John F. Kennedy was born into privilege, but never allowed comfort to dull his edge. Raised in a family where competition was relentless and expectations were sky high, he learned early that strength was forged through struggle. Unlike those who let wealth soften them, Kennedy carried himself with the discipline of a man who understood that power meant responsibility, and responsibility meant sacrifice. He proved his mettle in the crucible of war. As a young naval officer in the Pacific during World War II, Kennedy's leadership was tested in ways few men ever experience. When his patrol boat, PT-109, was rammed by a Japanese destroyer, the easy choice would have been surrender, to accept fate and let the sea claim him. But that wasn't in his nature. With the same iron will that would later define his presidency, he swam miles through enemy waters, towing an injured crewmate with a life vest strap clenched between his teeth. For 6 days, he led his men to survival, refusing to succumb to exhaustion or fear. This wasn't just physical endurance, it was mental fortitude of the highest order. The mark of a man who understood that a leader must suffer before he asks others to endure. Politics was his next battlefield, and it was here that his ability to stand firm against opposition became legendary. In 1960, he faced a brutal election against Richard Nixon, a seasoned political warrior with the full weight of experience behind him. But Kennedy refused to be intimidated. He knew that strength was more than experience. It was composure under pressure. In the first ever televised presidential debate, his calm, collected presence against a sweating, rattled Nixon proved that battles are won not just with words, but with presence and conviction. As president, his enemies were not just political rivals, but the entrenched forces of power that had ruled from the shadows for decades. He clashed with the military-industrial complex, refusing to be a pawn in their endless hunger for war. When his own advisors allowed to launch a full-scale invasion during the Cuban Missile Crisis, he stood alone in resisting the drumbeats of destruction. Many believed nuclear war was inevitable, but Kennedy held his ground. He understood that a warrior's strength isn't just in his ability to fight, it's in his ability to know when not to. He faced down the Soviet Union, not with reckless aggression, but with strategic patience, proving that discipline, not brute force, is what truly wins wars. His enemies saw his refusal to bend as a threat. He spoke of breaking the CIA into 1,000 pieces, of dismantling the stranglehold that secret organizations had on the nation's future. He sought to pull America away from endless war, to shift power back into the hands of the people. That kind of defiance does not go unpunished. On November 22, 1963, his enemies struck. The man who had braved war, political firestorms, and backroom conspiracies met his end in the streets of Dallas. But in death, he became something greater than a president. He became a symbol of the warrior who stands against the unseen, the lone fighter who refuses to kneel. Kennedy's legacy isn't just in his speeches or his policies. It's in the spirit of resistance against unchecked power, in the belief that true leadership means carrying the weight of duty, no matter the cost. He was a man who understood that history is not shaped by the timid, but by those willing to stand alone, if necessary, against the forces that seek to control the world. His fight didn't end with him. It became a challenge for every generation that followed. Order the Spartan Mindset today and embark on your journey toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides a comprehensive and actionable guide to personal development and resilience. Available now for just $19.99. Purchase your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage. Because your future begins with the right mindset, the Spartan Mindset.